Hey guys, I'm sitting next to Samsung S95D, best OLED TV from Samsung this year, but I'm not going to focus on picture quality, but on its smart TV platform, which is Tizen 8.0. I'll show you menus, different options which are available, and some tricks along the way. Let's start. Tizen 8.0 looks and feels very similar to previous generations, with small changes in menus. For example, home menu, which is again full screen. Now you have two tabs, Discover and Apps. So now if you want to install new app, you can go here and see which apps are available. And then here under Discover, you can see recent input with live preview, as well as see live TV channels. For example, I have my antenna connected, so these are DVB-T channels right here. Then you have line with different apps and inputs which you can customize, and then recommended content from Netflix and Prime Video, as well as from YouTube, and then web browser here with bookmarks and pages you visited before. At the end you have options, parental lock. Here you can lock programs and apps. And for autoplay function, you can turn on and off the sound. At the end, there is arrow for you to go back to the top of this menu. Now, if I press left arrow button, you will see this side menu with different options. First one, your profile, and you can add more Samsung profiles right here. Search function, which will search for different apps as well as content on streaming platforms. Ambient mode with screensavers. Daily Plus, where you will see featured apps, smart things, workspace. So if you want to connect to different services, you can do that from here. And then Samsung Health, you see different options, and then user guide is here if you want to learn more. Home menu we already seen, and then if we go down, this is input section with access to smart things, notifications, and then live TV and different inputs. I also have USB device connected, so I see it right here. And then if you put arrow down, you will see, so by pressing arrow down, you will see input information about this device, and you can add it to home menu. And you see, you select where you want to have it, and it will stay on that position. You can also change names of inputs from here. So instead of game console, you can name it from one of these presets, or if you go to the right, you can then type the name. You can type it right here with this keyboard using your remote, or if you connect USB keyboard, or using SmartThings app on your phone. And then I press home button, and then we have settings menu with different options. So this menu will appear at the bottom of the screen and offers different options. You can also arrange where certain options are by long pressing OK button. And now, if there is no menu on the screen, if I press settings button on the remote, you will see different icons here. Basically, settings button is right here, so this menu is here to appear very quickly if you need any of these options without going through that full screen menu. And then at the end we have privacy choices, and you see new in Tizen 8.0 this loading bar, and here you can see details, terms and conditions, privacy center, and so on. So now we've seen home menu options, quick menu, quick settings. Now let's go to full settings. Here under all settings, you will see familiar menu, picture options, so different presets, calibration controls, and so on. Sound options, which sound output you want. If you want to connect Bluetooth speaker, you can do it through this menu. Also compatible Samsung soundbars, you can set up them right here. Connection to network, as well as game mode settings, external device manager are right here. Broadcast for live TV, you can search for channels and tweak further options here like common interface. General and privacy, plenty of options here, including intelligent mode settings to utilize AI functions built into this TV. Power and energy, offering different options. Panel care, because this is OLED panel, it requires certain controls to keep it in best shape. And then support, where you will see current version of the TV, options to update its software, and so on. Different guides available right here. And finally, about the TV, here you will see information, model number, serial number, software version, and so on. Now let me see if my PS5 is working. Okay, let me turn it on and switch to that input. I believe that should be HDMI 1, so let's use Bixby. Hi Bixby, switch to HDMI 1. Game console. Alright, so in game mode you will have this additional menu which you will not find if you open this quick settings menu. No, you need to long press play and pause button to see this menu with gaming related options. So virtual aim on the screen, minimap zoom, more settings, which you see right here. So under connection, game mode settings, you have again some of same options we saw in that gaming related menu, but also some additional one which you can tweak right here, like these controls. So many different menus, and customization is fairly limited, so you cannot change much. You can do in home menu little with the apps which you have where and in other menus, but not much. Still quite limited in user flexibility. I would always like to see more customization options, especially for people who are not so into all the settings and maybe just want to use live TV. It would be nice to offer simplified interface like Android and Google TV are offering basic TV function. But it is what it is, and if you buy Samsung TV, get ready to deal with this interface. Now let me show where to install and where to see which apps are available on this platform. Under Home menu, you see here apps, and here from recommended, editor's choice, new apps to apps which are downloaded and installed. You will also see group content, so in different sections, as well as different genres are available here. And then settings for apps. When you open this menu, you will see if you want to add certain app to the home menu, you can delete it here and you can lock it so that it requires a 4-digit PIN. And here top right you see how much space is available and if you want that apps are automatically updated or not. Now that we saw this, let's also see general speed of the platform. So now I'll go through different options that you see. Let's use microphone, open web browser. So there is your last session ended due to lack of memory or for other unknown reasons. Do you want to restore? Let's restore. Wikipedia. So you see we have different apps here, different tabs, different options on top. Here, desktop view, settings, and so on. So home page, what do you want to see? And then if we, let's open one more page as we are here, CNN video, for example. Okay, now let's open YouTube. Hi Bixby. Open YouTube. All right, working fine. Now let's go to different inputs. Let's use home menu to do that. Let's go to USB memory, and let's play some HDR content there. So HDR, and then, for example, this Sony demo, 4K HDR video. Okay, let's see settings menu. You see some suggestions right here. Let's switch to different mode. And so on. Let's open Prime Video. I can use shortcut on the remote to do that. And it's loading. In terms of playback, all content was playing smoothly without any dropped frames and so on. So no issues till now in this test of mine. And then let's see ambient mode, for example. If we open certain screensaver, and let's see if there is sound or not. No sound here. You can also mute sound by pressing the button. And then I can also simply shut down the TV. Let's wait a few moments till it's turned off completely. And then when I press power button again, we're right here. So you see basically instantly it's available. One thing about built-in media player, it only works for USB content. So if you plug USB memory with videos, photos and music, you can see it right here and play that content. But for some reasons, Samsung doesn't allow anymore that you access your network resources. For so many years, I've used Synology server to access content, which I'm using for testing. But on this TV and also on 32-inch the frame model, which I tested a few months back from 2023, my server is no longer appearing anywhere, and I cannot go to upper level to see which options are available, which resources are available, and here it's no longer listed. Let me know if that's the case also on your Samsung TV if you're using NAS, network attached storage. You will get very similar remote control as was the case in previous years. With this one you will get solar remote with shortcuts to different apps. On my remote I have Netflix, Sweet TV, Disney Plus and Prime Video. There are no custom buttons, so if you're often opening, for example, YouTube, you can do that through SmartThings app on your phone. So you can jump to different inputs, to different apps very quickly. And you can also use built-in voice assistant. You can also turn off the picture so that you can only hear the sound. If you want to limit screen time, for example, yet to hear the information you want or music. So to do that, it's actually quite a long way. You need to open Settings menu. Now let's go through the long way. So General and Privacy, Accessibility, Picture off. And while picture is turned off, you can still adjust volume. And if I press any other button, I'm back to that menu. However, you can access accessibility menu by long pressing + - button. So if I do that, you will come here and that's it. You will get voice guide for that, but still it's much faster than going through all the menus on this TV. And guys, with this we've come to the end of this video. As you saw, Tizen 8.0 doesn't bring major changes compared to previous generations. Still we have full screen menu, different options, different recommendations on the home screen. I would like to see something simpler, at least option for user to select different home menu layout, and then to make this platform more accessible to wider range of users. Bixby was working fine. Voice assistant helps you get to the app you want, as well as app on the phone. But on the remote, it would be nice to have at least one custom button. That way, without phones, or if you don't want to use voice assistant, still you would be able to access the app you want very quickly. Let me know what's your opinion about Tizen 8.0, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Okay, focus is good, picture is good. Is Darko good? Is Darko good? Yes, Darko is good. Next, if you go to Apps tab, you will see different Guys, welcome to this video in which we'll talk about Tizen Smart Movie Platform version 8.0. Exposure. Let's talk about exposure. Hopefully, as I now change, I remain here. And then if we go to Blu-ray, you will see this, or you can see a very bright scene. I'm in darkness. I'm properly exposed. That's right. So you need to tell who is important here. It's TV for sure, but also it's me as the presenter. Good.